And So, Notes on the Bible and Religion. Episode 43, Earthquakes and Eclipses. Recently, I witnessed a ring of fire solar eclipse. As eclipses and earthquakes have been understood by some people as portents of cataclysmic events, including the so-called end times, I thought I would provide a related note. The highly symbolic book of Revelation includes mention of earthquakes and eclipses in end times contexts. Here's one reference. There was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth. The full moon became like blood. Revelation 6:12. Is something terrible about to happen? Is it the end of the world? In this New Testament context, it is important to consider Jesus' words in Matthew 24:36. Concerning that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven nor the Son, but the Father only. Did you know that every single person who has predicted a date of the end of the world before today has thus far been proven wrong? Are you old enough to remember Doomsday Y2K, December 31st, 1999? We made it through that one. We also made it through the end of the Mayan calendar in 2012. In the Christian tradition, influential preacher William Miller gave a precise by this date for Jesus' return, October 22nd, 1841. When he was proved wrong, he adjusted his calculations and was proven wrong again. More recently, a string of lunar eclipses, also known as blood moons, in 2014 and 2015, caused a bit of a stir about the start of the end times. We have recently been in another string of eclipses. Despite all these events, we're still here. Of course, only a portion of the world ever experiences any single eclipse or earthquake, and such events are rather regular. What's more, we can predict eclipses with excellent precision. Earthquakes are not uncommon in the biblical world. Relatively few are severe. In biblical literature, such quakes are typically associated with divine activity. A prime example is when God led Israel out of slavery and through the wilderness. See, for example, Exodus 19, 18 through 20, and Psalms 68, 7 through 8. Sometimes earthquakes are in the context of divine judgment and punishment. The book of Amos provides an example. Amos's prophecy is set in a time 2 years before an earthquake, Amos 1:1. That prophetic text goes on to note instances of collapsing architecture, which is to be expected during an earthquake. Apostate altars are damaged and palaces are struck and demolished. Amos 3:14 through 15. Compare also 6:11 and 9:1. God is believed to have acted. Interestingly, another earthquake mentioned in the Bible damaged prison architecture and equipment that confined the Apostle Paul and Silas, early leaders of the Christian church. Acts 16:25 through 27. As such, some of these signs herald or accompany great events, major changes, and new beginnings for creation. They are not always about punishment. Earthquakes occurred when Jesus died on the cross, Matthew 27:50 through 51, at his resurrection, Matthew 28:1 through 6, and with the beginning of the church, Acts 4:31. And so, earthquakes and astronomical events may be striking to experience, but they are not strange. With the Bible as our guide, we believe that on some unknown day in the future, they shall herald in tremendous things. Something to think about. For over 2,000 years, there have been people declaring that we are in the end times. If we are in the end times, are you at peace with that? Print and ebook editions of And So, Notes on the Bible and Religion are available on Amazon. More information on my work may be found at jasoncdikehouse.com.